Yeah,
I've been
sick
sick,
in December. That's fast.
I ain't been sick in like 4 months, dog. It was funny because I was staying at my mom's house. I was at my mom's house last week, and then all of a sudden, like after I stayed there for 2 days, she like, "Oh, I'm not feeling too hot." Like you selfish.
Oh shit. Oh shit.
Like, and then also like, remember when sea moss was like a big thing?
Yeah.
I was just getting that shit in my smoothie the last 2 days, thinking it was gonna bounce me back, and then I was talking to my lady, and she was like, "Yeah, I think that shit's good for you," and I was like, "Yeah, but how?" Like. And nobody ever asked. So I googled that shit. You can't even have that shit if you're pregnant or breastfeeding because it's high in fucking iodine, dog. Like that shit's high in like metal. Like you're not even really supposed to. Who the fuck said that shit was good for you? Who said
The
that shit?
internet. The internet. Crazy. That was a crazy trend. Whoever was mixing that shit was coming up though. I'll tell you that.
Trend, they still sell that shit. That shit still gets sold on my block every
That shit
fucking
popping.
day, bro.
That shit popping. The
That
sea
shit
moss
still
hustle
gets
was
sold.
popping.
This shit still gets sold every motherfucking day, dog.
Man, Views from the Chair podcast. We back. Uh, Speaking of the sea moss shit, I did try coffee over the weekend.
That's funny. That's funny as shit for a 31-year-old to say. Like, I just
Yeah,
tried coffee. Good for you, dog.
but it wasn't like the regular joint. So I'm in the mall with my girl, and I want some Starbucks. I'm like, all right, are you even supposed to be drinking coffee? But all right. So she gets her Starbucks, but mind you, it's like the fucking super fucking because I always like take sips of shit, but I'd be like, it tastes good at first, and now it tastes disgusting. But it's the first time like I killed some shit. It was like a fucking Oreo cookie fucking frappuccino or some bullshit.
Oh, that's not coffee, bro.
That shit was fucking nah, but it had coffee in it. I'm about to tell you, that shit was hitting. So I'm
Hmm.
killing this shit. And then I'm walking, I'm like, oh shit, I can feel this shit. Like
Yeah.
that shit like an energy drink. I ain't know that it did that. And now I understand why people actually drink that shit because you do wake the fuck up. I'm like, oh, like I feel this shit in my eyes.
Nah,
This
that
shit is
shit.
different.
I thought you was about to say fuck your stomach up. All that fucking sugar and milk and Oreo fucking cookie fucking shit you was talking about. Um, because
Nah.
coffee fuck a lot of people's stomach up. That's why I don't be knowing why everybody love that shit. I like coffee because like I can get an energy drink, right? Like I got one right now. I didn't finish it, but
Yeah,
if I wasn't sick, like I could crush that shit in 15 minutes. You feel me? Like
yeah,
10 minutes, I crush an energy drink. I'm done. Um, Coffee I gotta sit with a little bit because that should be hot.
yeah. I'm horrible with energy drinks. I crush them like 5 hour energy shots.
Yeah, 100%. Somebody
The
just put me
rush.
on the I think Bree put me on the iced coffee, and I started doing that for a little bit, and I was like, I might as well just get energy drinks because I'm drinking these shit so fucking fast. Um,
Yeah. That's the shit I would try, but that shit aftertaste disgusting to me. But that shit, I'm like, nah, I can't do this.
I got like a vanilla fucking like the vanilla frappuccino, vanilla latte maybe. I don't
Yeah,
know. See, I'm not manly with my drinks and shit. If the shit tastes good, I'm gonna drink it. Like a motherfuckers be like, oh, let me get a coffee black. Shut up, shut
yeah,
up.
nah,
What
I'm
the
not
fuck
drinking that nasty, bro.
you
Nah,
drink
but
tea
the
if
draw
I'm
of Starbucks is crazy. Like we was talking, this is like the marketing scheme of Starbucks. Why is it so popping?
I don't know. And why is it so confusing? Like, why do I feel so stupid? This why I avoided eating Chipotle for so long because I was intimidated by ordering. Like, I was always scared to walk up to Chipotle because like I never felt like it was super clear on how to order. So like I was like
Yeah,
when I walk up,
that's actually crazy.
yeah, like I didn't eat Chipotle until I was like no lie 27, 26. Like, cause I
Damn.
never knew like how to get up there. And then like one time I was doing a ride along for a job I was about to take, and the dude I was doing a ride along with, he was like, "Want to stop at Chipotle, bro?" And I was like, "Yeah, fuck yeah, I love Chipotle." Like,
Yeah.
I just had, I was
Follow
like,
the trend.
you first, bro. I just had to let him go, but I was so scared, bro, because you get up to that John, and then like you
Yeah.
don't really know what to do. Like, there's no real order there, and then they just
Yeah,
ask you.
look at you like you dumb if you don't know what the fuck going
Yeah,
on.
because the bitch like, what do you want me to get you started with? And I'm starting to rifle off everything, burrito, corn, this. She like, no, just tell me if you want a burrito or tacos. Pussy like,
Right,
I don't
right.
know. You feel me? And she has some beans, no beans. I don't know. So it was just scary. Um, But even now when I go to Starbucks, like when I was feeling sick the other day, I went to Starbucks and my girl was like, "Yo, go get this medicine. It's something minty, blah blah. It's called a medicine ball." But when I got up to the drive-thru, I didn't see it on the menu, so I panicked and I just got a coffee. And then I didn't know what size to get. Even though I didn't know, so I just backtracked everything. I was like, "Never mind, I just got a lemonade, dog."
Come on, yo. The thing about Starbucks is they tease is fire. I did fuck with the tease for a minute. Motherfucker said, "Never mind, just give me a lemonade." It's crazy. The funny shit with Starbucks is you do gotta be mad specific. You like, yeah, let me get a mint
They
tea.
was asking the size and shit. Not that now grande mocha shit. I don't be knowing all that shit, bro. I said, let me get a lemonade refresher medium.
That's fucking. You get into anything this weekend?
I tell you what, though, Starbucks, they food trash. You can't get no food from Starbucks.
No. I was talking to my cousin about this. He said he fucked with the bacon, egg, and cheese. I'm like, that shit is disgusting, bro.
No, that's a Jimmy Dean breakfast, dog.
And I was so disappointed because, like I said, the market in the Starbucks, you thinking everything on the menu good just by aesthetics. I got that shit. I was so disappointed.
Nah, but if you get one of them drinks, they got pictures of them shit's it.
And that's what that fucking cookies and cream shit was. I was like, yo, this shit crazy.
You get a drink with their picture on it. That shit all right. Yeah, this weekend I went to a wedding on Friday. It was nice, man.
How was it?
It was good. I'm battling the flu right now, so I'm trying to put up a good performance, but I might check halfway through. Fucking, it was good, man. It was a smaller wedding than I'm used to. It was like 40 people, 45 people maybe. And it was a good, like, I probably had like 13, 14, 15 people from my family there. So it was nice. It was a nice John. And I got to wear a suit I've been wanting to wear. I thought I was going to wear it to this Boston wedding or this Jersey wedding. But my buddy texted me and said it's going to be dark suits only. So I got to get my light suit off real quick. It was nice. Yo, if you're a DJ and multiple people make a request to play a song, play the fucking song. Play the fucking song, yo. And if there's only 12 people on the dance floor, and 5 of the people of the 12 ask you to play a fucking song, play the fucking song, douchebag. Okay? Get off your DJ high horse. You don't always got to show us you know what you're doing better than request. I get it. Like, this is your job. You're fucking rocking it. Play Blinding Lights, bro. It's a wedding. Everybody wants to hear Blinding Lights, dog. Everybody. Don't be a fucking jackass and play fucking Save Your Tears instead of Blinding Lights, okay? Because it's stupid. It's stupid. It's just dumb, yo. Like, just dumb. And don't be like, oh, I'll see if I can get to it. Like, God forbid you can't play Sweet Caroline for the 4th fucking time, you nerd. Like, put Blinding Lights. DJs that don't
them shits.
Bro, like DJs that don't take requests at weddings, like I get it. Like sometimes, but like don't be a hardo, bro. There's only 40 people here. Like take some fucking requests, especially if it's like the weekend. You know, like I'm not asking you to put Hit 'Em Up on, bro. Like I didn't ask you to put Vaughn on, or like I'm not asking you to put Dirk on. Like it's the #1 song of 2 years in a row. Put Blinding Lights on.
Yeah, let's hear that shit, bro.
Jesus Christ, yo. Don't get that shit. And then Saturday, I don't know what the fuck I did Saturday. But I ain't do shit for real. And my throat started hurting Saturday, and then it was a wrap. I went golfing Sunday. I shouldn't have went golfing. I went golfing. I was miserable the whole time. I was all hopped up on Dayquil, and then I got stung by a bee or a wasp, or I don't know what the fuck it is, but it's about a fucking fist size, fucking swollen, fucking red spot on my leg from 2 days ago. And this shit hurts like a motherfucker. And I'm hoping they don't cut my shit off. So I've been sick the last 3 days. You know what's funny too is like, because girls really be thinking we be bitching when we sick, and we do. We do. But they gotta just let us do it. Like don't come over here and be like, oh, let's walk around the block, get some air. I don't want no fucking air, yo. I don't want
to leave this spot.
I don't want any air. I don't want none of that. I want to be motherfucking miserable. Yeah, the only thing I want is ginger ale and motherfucking maybe some head rubs. That's it.
Right.
That's it. Nothing else. A walk? Fresh air? No. I'm dying.
Yeah, let me die right here.
I'm fucking dying. You cannot tell me I'm not gonna die from a common cold because the first 8 hours of that shit in the prime of a common cold, I'm dead.
Hmm.
You see me with the cold.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm not even moving. If I ain't at work, I'm done. I'm chilling. I'm like, no, I'm not
Buddy,
moving.
I could count on one hand the amount of times I've called out of work for actually being sick. Monday was one of them.
Damn.
I work from home. You know how sick you got to be to call out of work?
I'm about to say, damn, like that's a good, yeah, like, yeah, you're not feeling it at all.
I do not want to be bothered at all with any of that shit. Um, yeah,
I'm
I don't.
like that. If I get a headache, don't even talk to me, yo.
When I'm sick,
I don't even
I don't.
answer my phone when I got a headache.
I don't want to do anything but be miserable and make you miserable for like being around me as well. Like I just want to guilt trip and be miserable. That's it.
Right.
Yeah, good times. Good
Yeah.
times. Good times. Now, because last night was like my breakthrough because I woke up, I was sweating and shit. Yeah, you wake up multiple times and you're sick and you're sweating and shit. You're like, all right, I'm finally hitting like the peak of this shit. And then I felt like shit
Yeah.
this morning. I'm bouncing back now. But man, there's nothing worse than being sick. I don't get sick much. It's probably because the sea moss I drink all the time in Philly. But yeah, fucking summer. Anyway, what you get into this weekend?
I ain't do too much. I did check out that new the little family thing. Checked out the new Ninja Turtles. Didn't even know it was out. I guess with this whole writer strike, nobody can do press and shit.
I thought that was
But
an adult movie.
it felt like it, but it wasn't. It was definitely a kid joint. But when I got there, they got Seth Rogen talking at the beginning of it and shit like blah blah. Strike writer strike. Hope you enjoy this movie. All this shit. I didn't realize he wrote it, so I'm like, all right, a stoner wrote this. This shit about to be fire. And lo and behold, I wasn't disappointed. It was a solid movie, cartoon, but it was cool. And I didn't realize all the people that was in it, like Ice Cube, Jackie Chan, Seth Rogen, Paul Rudd, Post Malone, Hannibal Buress. It was a star-studded fucking cartoon movie, but they was doing the whole New York references and shit. They had the Ninja Turtles talking about cooking a bacon, egg, and cheese. It was in there getting sturdy. It was kind of funny for real. And then
What was he saying about the writer's strike in the beginning?
just basically like, thank you for supporting this movie, blah blah. Nobody's seen it, this, that, and the third, and yeah, hope you enjoy the movie type shit. Like it was like press before the movie. It's like it was press that didn't need to happen because we already there type shit. But
Yeah.
it was just like basically like yeah, it's like, and then I even seen a report to like one of the actors in it was like subliminally trying to push the movie, like, yeah, we can't really talk about this, but you should go see this. I guess kind of like breaching the contract of whatever they doing.
That shit's gotta
But
be
it
tough,
was,
bro. Like I couldn't imagine,
yeah,
like, especially if that's my big break or my first joint, and I'm like really proud of the work I put into, and I can't even be like, and because I
mind you,
got
Seth Rogen wrote the shit.
yeah, like
This
I
shit got
saw
Jackie Chan as Master Splinter.
yeah, I saw a clip like maybe a week ago. That's the only reason I knew it was a new one, but I didn't know it was out yet. I didn't know if it was coming out in a couple months or whatnot. But I can't imagine if that was my big break, and now all of a sudden I can't say shit about it or let people know it's coming out. I mean, that would suck.
It was a cool ass movie, man. They was making references to everything that's going on now. It was just funny, like it was some because when I first got in there, I'm like, man, I don't feel like watching this. I'm about to go to sleep. Then they start talking and shit. I'm and doing all the jokes and shit. I'm like, oh shit, this shit actually cool. Then I'm like, a stoner did write this shit, so I know it's funny.
Right. Mm-hmm.
But yeah, after that, what I do Sunday? Sunday got on the grill. Wasn't my best performance. Grill's always funny because you can fuck the grill up or you could fuck up the food on the grill. So this one, it was definitely a hit or miss situation. Still trying to perfect my craft with that.
Well, if you
But yeah,
ever need lessons,
definitely don't need lessons. The problem was I didn't buy the food. The food
mm,
was bought by somebody that I'm not going to blame. And I'm like, yeah, these burgers ain't about to burn right.
oh, it's
So
pre-made.
it was burgers that was probably supposed to go on a damn George Foreman.
We don't do that. You don't get the pre-made burgers, dog. Everybody
You
knows.
don't get the pre-made burgers, and if you do get the pre-made burgers, you get the pre-made burgers that's not frozen. if that makes sense.
Oh, you could get the frozen ones. Like, what's the one frozen ones that people eat? The Bubba Johns. People eat those. I see people grill those all the time.
Yeah, but it was just a brand I ain't see, and I'm just like, these don't look like they about to burn right, and they didn't burn right, and
They burn before they cook.
yeah, basically.
Mm-hmm.
So that happened, but yeah, I'm due for redemption, and then yeah, Monday, man, just looking for shit for the soon to be here little guy and chilled the fuck out. Really, it was a cool little weekend though.
Happened so fast.
You spoke on the wedding. What do you think about people that do the courthouse justice of the peace type weddings or the little joints? That's
You
we
know what?
getting this done, and then we just go have a reception type shit.
That's a good question. I like this. I think, however anybody wants to get married, have a fucking blast. I don't know.
Mhm.
I'm the difference. The difference shit is like when I go to weddings. Like a lot of times, like now that I'm older, I go to weddings and shit, and I'm not like shaming anybody that does or doesn't, but I'm like, yo, a lot of people have parents or like two sets of parents that really help out with the weddings. Like
Mhm.
pay for a lot, and I didn't realize how common that was.
And I didn't realize how common the other way was either until like our age group started getting married, and I'm just seeing people getting married in ways that I haven't seen, and I'm just like, damn, I ain't never thought about that shit.
What do you
But
mean by that?
somebody we went to high school with, I seen them get married in front of the water. Didn't tell nobody, did it. I think their parents was there, and then had a dinner that night. Told their friends like, "Yo, we married." Boom, just on some shit. And then other ways I've seen is people have weddings and then have a whole reception and shit planned, but just have a small group of people watching them do the little words and shit, and then go to a venue and then boom, we have the wedding. And I'm just like, honestly, where does the money go? Is it going
Venue,
to the venue?
the venue, the food, and the alcohol, and then a lot of that shit. Photographers can cost like 3 to 4 thousand. Even
Because you
flowers,
think
like
like when somebody say, "Okay, I'm spending 100 grand," it's like, yo, you got the craziest decorations. You have a top tier DJ.
yeah.
Your venue is insane. Your food must be immaculate, and it's probably an open bar. So, yeah.
I think you could
What's
throw a
the?
really nice wedding together for like 20 grand. Um, but even that, like coming out of pocket 20 for one night is a tough pill to swallow.
Is that silly? Would you say that's silly to do at your age now,
Logic,
regardless of how much money you got and all this? Throwing
logic,
20 at a day, is that cool?
logically, yes, it's stupid. Realistically, am I probably gonna do it? Yeah, probably so.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would think so. I would so.
Yeah,
It
I'm
is
definitely
stupid
not
though.
opposed to either.
No,
I'm
I
not
like when
opposed to
people
either.
go to the courthouse and like shit. Like motherfucker, I wouldn't care if I went to the courthouse and just had a big ass cookout afterwards and shit like that. I would have to do some intimate shit to get the pics off because you know I like pics. As a matter of fact, I
Mm.
wouldn't do this shit. But like, I'm not mad if somebody does shit like that though. Like I know one of my buddies, that motherfucker, he went and got married. It was probably like his girl. His girl was from away somewhere, and they got married like 10 people at the joint, and they all went to dinner and called it a day. I'm like, that's cool. I don't know motherfucker that got married. Shit, our man's got married in his fucking pop's backyard. Called it a day.
Yeah,
Eight
I
people.
do like the whole idea of celebrating with everybody. That's probably the part to me where it's like it would be hard for me to actually go through with the smaller way because like I do want to celebrate that shit with everybody type shit.
Ideally, I could do a ceremony with fucking 30 people there, tops. Fucking run through, walk down the aisle, do all that shit, wrap it up, and then do a reception with 140.
Yeah, and it wouldn't be a bad time.
I would just.
Is kids at the wedding a no no?
What'd you say?
Is kids at the wedding a no no?
For me, yeah.
Okay. Okay.
I don't like
They
that shit.
definitely
My folks be thinking that shit's cute. They running around the dance floor and shit. Yeah, that shit have a fucking blast. Like whatever. I wouldn't
yeah.
want to worry about that shit. And like, I don't like being drunk around kids. I never have. I never will. Like it always makes me a little uncomfortable. I'm not a big fan of it. Um, then when I do get drunk and then they're around anyway, then I feel bad. Like damn, yeah, like I look like a dumbass old head. Like I don't know. Maybe that's like some childhood trauma for me. Um, So I'm not a fan of it. But yeah, like if I'm getting married, like the kids is gonna have like a time limit. Like, all right, they can come, but like once that shit hits 8 o'clock, like 8 to 10, like that kids need to be rolled out. Yeah, like once
Yeah,
it's the rap music hour at my wedding, the kids need to be out of there.
yeah, because yeah. We don't even gotta say no more, because you know what happens when certain music comes on and
Yeah,
the vibe
juvenile
is.
comes on, and now I got a semi, and I don't need the kids running around that shit. Come on.
Yeah, they watching people twerk for the first time in their lives in
Yeah.
person, and
And
they're
they
like,
already
"Holy
searching stupid booties and shit on YouTube. They don't need that shit. Dog.
shit!" Yeah, yeah, they banned from weddings, man.
Yeah, no, I could go either way on weddings though. It is financially stupid, but yeah, I mean, whatever works.
Yeah, I mean, we do a bunch of shit stupid financially, so I guess why not throw that in there?
Guess that's what
Um,
we do.
I had a business question. Uh, Kind of a two-part question. Would you go into business
Oh wait,
with your
before we go to business, my bad. At what point do you
What?
get a +1 for
Oh, at
invites
the
to the
wedding?
wedding?
I don't know. That's wild. That's tricky. First, I think it's like got caveats and shit, but I feel like it's depending on how close you are to the person that's getting married, and then it also goes into if you are married to the person and you're not that close to the person inviting you. So I think it's like a double whammy. So like if you ain't married and it's somebody that's just inviting you off the strength, they might just invite you. But if you aren't married and it's your boy's wedding, he probably like and knows your situation and you got somebody else, they probably like, all right, yeah, bring you got a +1. I think that's how that should go.
Yeah, I think if you're married, it's a given you get the +1. Yeah, I agree with your John 100% actually.
Mm.
And I think if it is your friend's wedding, you have to be dating for quite a while. Like if you're dating the
I ain't even
girlfriend,
gonna say that. I mean, well, I feel like if it's a close enough friend, they just be like, whatever, +1, rock out. Down to the financial shit, it probably is like, who can we cut? But at the same time, it's probably like, fuck
one of
it.
my friends was just telling me they was like, "Why you won't just ask for +1s?" And I was like, "You can't ask for a +1, yo." Like that's not. They were like, "Yeah, that's what you say, yo. Is it okay if I bring somebody?" I'm like, "That's not how weddings work. Like they
Yeah,
are
nah.
very meticulous on how many people they're supposed to invite, who gets
Yo,
invited."
actually, it's funny. Like if somebody's invite actually had, if you want a +1, here's the invoice.
Yeah, I
Would,
would.
would you be down to do
That
that,
shit
or
said,
and if
if
you
that shit,
was in
if
that
that
situation,
shit
would
said,
you pay it?
if that shit said additional guests, $90, cash at this check, easy for me.
Right,
That would make it a lot
right.
easier. I'd be bringing +1s to every wedding.
Do you feel like that would be a better scenario rather than not having one?
No, because
Because it is always awkward when you get invited to a wedding and your person ain't invited with you, and you're just like, "Well, you going by yourself?" Yeah,
no, I got to go
yeah,
find something to do fun that weekend. You're like,
yeah,
oh,
yeah.
yeah.
It comes with backlash. It comes with backlash.
All right, yeah, have a
It
blast.
shit comes with backlash. So it is a little awkward, especially when you got somebody.
Why girls are all the same. Yeah, that shit is.
So it's like, all right. And then I guess even vice versa, like the other way, like your person going to a wedding and they like, yeah, but it's no +1, and you just like, okay. So you about to be partying, huh? All right. Shout out to you. Have fun. You
Mm-hmm.
hit it with that fun. All right, I'm gonna go have fun.
Now I'm getting cheesesteaks in South Philly at fucking 3 a.m.
Yeah. Yeah, that shit is crazy though, man.
You know what else
Weddings.
people do in our generation? Is like a lot of destination weddings now. I think people do that shit to cut costs.
Yeah, maybe. Even though that shit might come out to the same damn price for real.
I don't think so, bro.
No. Yeah, I don't. Yeah. Yeah, I guess maybe destination weddings is definitely. I see the allure of them. I see why people would do it. Definitely not mad at somebody that does it. But you think that's a younger thing?
I don't know. I don't know. It says destination weddings usually cost. I don't know. 2019, it said destination wedding average was 2020, 8,000. I know that had to go up.
That's what I'm saying. That shit normally like the price of a regular wedding. You
8,000.
said 8,000.
8,000.
Oh, 8,000. Oh, okay.
8,000
Well,
cheap
yeah,
as fuck.
that's a big cut. That's a big
Yeah,
cut.
8,000 cheap as fuck. The average 100-person wedding regular is I think 40,000.
Oh, that's insane. Well, damn, yeah, destination wedding makes way more sense. I don't know, man. We put stock into a lot of shit. Diamond rings, weddings, cars.
None of that shit really matters, dog. Nobody give a
No,
fuck about none of that shit. That shit is
no,
all dumb.
no.
I'll probably do weddings. I'll do something cool for a wedding. I'll assume. Who knows? Maybe I won't get married. We never know. What were you gonna ask the question though?
Would you go into business with your significant other, and is it a good idea to do so? Is that something you wait until you marry to do, or would you do it while you dating somebody?
I don't know if I would want to do that. I guess I don't know, bro.
Well, what would be the bad part of it? I feel like the only bad part of it is if y'all don't work out.
That part, and I don't know if I would want to be around somebody all day and night, and then if I'm I don't know if I want to add the work stresses to the relationship stresses as well.
Mm-hmm.
Because now I'm always I have no choice but to bring home work with me because you are work as well.
Yeah.
So now I can't even separate that. And if we both have a bad day at work because the business is going booming, now we gotta bring that shit home as well. I think it would just be hard to balance when to that. I think that would be a really tough work-life balance to do. Now on the side step of that, if the business ends up becoming successful, then you probably have a lot more flexibility than you would if you both did separate things.
Yeah, I feel like in that instance, depending on the business, even if it was just your business, for the most part, your person would help you anyway. So I feel like in that instance, at least at the startup, it would be easy. But the point that you made that was good was bringing that shit home, and then you at home, y'all normally talking about some other shit, but now we at the crib talking about work, and who knows that we don't agree on something, and then it's an argument in the house about work, and that's just extra bullshit baggage.
And
So
it
I
would
ain't
be say if I'm in charge of sales and I make this big ass deal, and then she's in charge of inventory or shipping, and she completely fucks the deal up. You know how hard it would be as a coworker, I would be like, yeah, what the fuck is wrong with you?
Yeah.
You just fucked us up on a $30,000 deal. We'll lose that client who could have been a repeat client. This is really some nut ass shit, and you can't let it happen again or you're gone. Now you can't say that if that's as a spouse.
Right. Nah.
Or the same shit, she could be like, yo, you haven't had a good meeting in 3 fucking weeks. Close some fucking Jones or we'll start. You can't say that if you're trying to be a supportive wife either. So I just think it would just be an interesting dynamic.
You feel like more bad than good would come out of the situation?
I don't know. I feel like if it went good, it'd go great.
Right.
But I think it's more likely it goes bad than it goes good.
I agree with that. And then I guess you could also get to the point of you may feel like you're doing more work than the other person, and then you also bring that to the crib, like, yo, I just did X, Y, and Z, and you ain't do shit all day. I thought we was doing this shit together. Yeah, that shit could get tricky.
100%. Or yeah, well, I'm doing more with the kids at home, and it's all right, now we're trying to interchange balance of work life, home life. Yeah. Or yo, I'm gonna be late for that meeting. You got to cover for me because I'm dropping so and so off to school. Well, no, you need to be here. I did it last week. Well, I do more at the crib. You do more at work. And what's
the balance? Where's the balance?
That's tough, bro. That's tough. That's tough. And would it matter on who's dominant at home in regards who's dominant at work as well? It have to always be the same shit.
That's the tricky part because now it's we in this 50-50, but you, like you say, you bringing home into the office at this point.
It's not like you can turn that shit off. Motherfucker, if your mom draws, if my mom draws and we're doing fucking the weekend dinner, and then you come in and want to talk about it, it's not like I'm going to be like, oh, don't fucking talk to me about personal shit at work. We live together. We drove together. I can't avoid it. You can't avoid it. So I don't know.
Definitely want to shit to consume the relationship.
Either. They make that shit look good on social media though, bro. I don't know. Maybe if
yeah. I just feel like what happens when the relationship doesn't work out and you in business with this person now. Because when those shits happen, and it's always interesting to see who gets the company and how much the other person wants to be bought out for, just things like that. it's always wild how that shit turns out, and then court gets involved, lawyers get involved. But I guess, yeah. The way we talking, it sounds like it's more messy than good.
I told you one client meeting I had years ago. That motherfucker said, I started a company. We did all the major contracts from the bottom 2 counties of the state they were in, and we had 2,000 employees. He said, when we got divorced, it became such a headache. I just gave her 98% of the company, and now he runs a 50-employee company.
Mm.
So
Mm.
imagine that.
That's her piece.
And likewise, like same way for that could have went the same way, wife to husband. So I mean, I don't know. It's what it is. Tired. Fucking
On the other side of that, could you do business with somebody you don't fuck with?
I think
Not
that
be
would be
in
easier.
business with somebody, but do business with somebody.
Yeah, I think that'd be easier.
Okay.
Okay, well here let me ask you this though, because that like if I'm not friends with you or I don't like you,
Yeah.
could
It's
we be
easier to
in
talk to
business
you.
together?
Yeah. No.
No, like can we do business? Like do a deal?
Yeah, we can. Yeah, that deal. Yeah.
Like could I be in business like every day? I think that should probably be a little easier for real. Because then I walk in, I say, yo, I need you to do this, this, this. All right, bet. Boom, boom. If it's not done, then I can yell at you.
I feel like I just couldn't. I don't know. I don't know. With
There's no
me,
bias.
just being around people I ain't fucking with, I'll just be like, I don't even want to be here. I don't even want to be here.
Now, how much like do I not fuck with them? Is there a moral obligation? Is there ethical
Um,
reason? Like would I knowingly make a deal with a racist?
I would say yeah.
I don't. I guess it really would. It would take like it really would have to go on situation, John.
I would say yeah. Be in business with a racist? No. Do business with a racist? Okay. If I'm selling fucking cups and you got the lids, you racist. Nobody else got the lids. Fuck it. Let me
But if
get them
you like,
racist
all right.
ass lids, bro.
What
Like,
if you
let me
say
get
like, what if you say like you like, all right, you selling cups and the restaurant owner, you about to make 1,000 cup deal, 10,000 cup deal, and the restaurant owner is just like, man, I fucking hate Mexicans.
it's fucked up, but
Are you
cut the
just like,
check. Cut the check. Cut the check. I'm gonna look at him a little crazy. I'm gonna be like, that's fucked up, bro. But
damn, you drowned. You drowned. What Michael Jordan say? Republicans buy sneakers too.
Republicans buy sneakers too. See, I ain't gonna publicly be like, yo, bull cutting checks. But if you be my Cups fam, I got you, bro.
Oh yeah, I don't know. Like, I don't know,
But
bro.
like a niche business like sneakers, I wouldn't be scared to not do that. I feel like everybody ain't like if we talking about cups and lids, but if we talking about clothes, sneakers, hats, uh, whatever, socks. All right, I really don't need your service at that point. But I mean, think about how many people do business with racist companies. I mean, that shit probably happens every day, and
Shit, the
without knowing.
Italians used to do business with black people all the time, and they hated black people.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I ain't above that, but I guess that's the capitalist in me. Maybe I don't know.
Capitalism.
Yeah.
Sha'Carri Richardson, that's your folks. She got the gold medal. Is she really on a redemption tour? I
Oh
feel
yeah.
like
She
everybody's
fucking
talking
sucks.
about it now, but I feel like she's been crushing it for like the last year and a half, right?
Yeah, more so the last like 6 months she been dominating shit, and it hasn't been quiet either. Like I do respect her for she hasn't been ultra vocal and shit. She like I'm basically I'm doing all this shit for me. Like I ain't doing this shit for none of y'all. The cool quote she had from the weekend. Uh, I seen the world when they liked me, and I seen the world turn on me. I don't give a fuck about none of y'all, honestly.
Mm-hmm.
And it was also cool to see her basically ignore certain media outlets that she knows wasn't fucking with her, and stopping at ones that she I guess deemed did fuck with her.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, she set the record for the world world championship track and field 100-meter event, and now she will be representing the U.S. at the 2024 Olympics because she won the race.
I always liked Sha'Carri, and if I said I didn't, I lied. Yeah, I think she's dope.
Yeah, man. Yeah. I mean, there's nothing more to say about it. She let her work speak for itself. That shit paid off. Everybody that was talking shit, they fucking quiet now because there's really nothing you can say. She's the fastest woman in the fucking world at this point. Shout out to her, man.
Shout out to her. So you're probably not familiar with the Dylan Dennis guy? Yes, no.
No.
So he's a UFC fighter. He used to be. I think he fought for Bellator, jiu-jitsu guy. He hasn't fought in a while because he's been injured. Anyway, he's boxing Jake Paul's brother, Logan Paul. I think like this week, next week, something like that. Maybe next month. I don't know. They just did the press conference. And for the last 3 days, he's been uploading pictures on Twitter of Logan Paul's fiance with other celebrities, calling her a celebrity slut. Saying like that. They post a meme of like 70 guys butt naked in line, like a cartoon John, of like 70 guys butt naked in line, and then him just holding the briefcase with the flowers at the end. Like,
damn. They married?
They're engaged.
Damn, that's her piece.
So I'm like, yeah, at what point like is trolling too much? And like, is that off limit? Is that off limits, or is like Logan Paul and Jake Paul like known for this kind of troll shit? So like, it is what it is.
That's a tough one. In that, it seems like it's marketing, and that shit like that will sell a fucking fight. Is it fucked up? Yeah. Is it off limits? In that world, it don't seem like it. Because what's the repercussions? Getting your ass beat in the ring? Maybe. I mean, I guess he has. It's not like he's not gonna fight him. So, I guess in that instance, it's like he's not talking and hiding. Like he's talking and we gonna fight in a couple days. So do something about it.
Yeah, I don't really know what like. It's probably not something I would do, but
nah, hell no. I definitely wouldn't. That's weird to me. But
I would never like beef with a guy and start making fun of his girl because I'm beefing with the guy about it. Like,
yeah,
maybe. I don't know. Maybe.
It's
well, you bitch, speaking shit. I wouldn't. I don't know. Maybe I would now. I'm thinking about it because like if I'm flaming and shit, boy, your girl trash as shit.
Mind you, y'all gonna fight.
Yeah, and we gonna rumble. Fuck you and your girl.
It ain't even like a. I'm talking shit on the internet. It's like, nah, we're actually fighting. Like we're scheduled to fight. So yeah, you get a chance to do something about it. So I mean, Logan does win if he whoops his ass.
And he's a pro fighter, so we'll see. We'll see. James Harden got fined $100,000 by the Sixers for his comment about Daryl Morey being a liar. James Harden came out and said he was insinuating, or that he was talking about. Daryl Morey said if he opted into his contract, he would trade him quickly. Obviously, he has not, and the reports are saying that they want him to come back this year. Who's in the wrong? Who's in the right? Anybody?
I think it's bullshit. First off, he got fined. Who's in the wrong? Who's in the right? Nobody. That's regular business shit. Motherfuckers is liars. Motherfuckers is liars in life. So you'll be surprised when it comes to big business. I think it is whack, like I said, that the NBA fired him, but I'm surprised more athletes don't take that route. Like, yo, why does it take till somebody retires for you to tell everything that's going on behind the scenes, all the fucked up shit that goes on behind the scenes? Like that shit is. I do like James for doing that. Like, man, this motherfucker just lied to me. He's a liar. What the fuck you want me to say? I'm just supposed to let him lie to me and then roll with the punches? Nah, I don't understand the fine. I don't.
I don't really get what else James Harden can do in this situation. Like, let's say everything is true.
Mm-hmm.
Let's say, like, Morey says, opt in. We need to create the salary space. I'm going to get you out of here ASAP. And then now he's like, yo, bro, can't find a better deal. Sorry, you're stuck. Like, yeah, I would be salty and shit if I trusted you to opt in and I could have just took a risk on the open market. Maybe he would have got more money. Maybe he would have got less, but he could have went wherever the fuck he wanted to.
Right.
So, yeah, I'd be salty.
Yeah.
And I would be throwing a fit.
That shouldn't be shot. And it's crazy how everything follows you because the narrative around James is he quits on teams. But in this one, it seemed like he got a reason. Like, bro, I opted in because you said you was gonna trade me.
Yeah, at this point, I get it.
Trade me. Now I'm stuck here. Like, you're not about to opt into a lease to an apartment building, and they like, yeah, well, if you sign this 12-month lease, we'll let you out in 3. Just sign the 12 though. You sign the 12, and they like, nah, you signed the 12. You gotta stay,
Or
bro.
even like that would be like if my manager or the property manager was like, "Yo, deal, sign right now, and then we're gonna move you into the bigger unit because we
Mm-hmm.
need to show our retention numbers are up.
Mm-hmm.
Like, do me this favor, and then I'll put you right over there in a month." And then I do that, and you go, "Actually, you got to stay here because we don't have a bigger unit anymore." It's like, well, I was gonna move. Well, I
Right.
didn't want to be in this apartment.
Right.
So I get it. I understand why he's upset. I just like it's kind of like it's against the rules to do it. So
It's against the rules to do what though? I think that's the part I don't understand. Speak out against your GM.
it's against the rules for Maury to promise him that he's going to move him if he opts in. He can't say that.
Did they say why they fined him though?
They fined him because I was just reading it.
Because that's the part that just seems out the blue to me. Like, all right, we finding somebody because he called somebody a liar. Where the fuck did we like motherfuckers criticize refs, coaches, talk shit?
They get fined for criticizing refs, though.
Okay, fair enough. Well, I guess it's a no criticism league, which ESPN and Fox make money off of, which is crazy. Players can't do it. I don't know. I don't like it. I think it's ass backwards if you ask me.
Yeah, I can't see exactly why they said they fined him, but
Okay,
the Players Association is disputing it.
rightfully so.
They,
Did you see the Joe Budden $1 million worth of game interview?
they fired him because he indicated he would not perform the services called for under his player contract.
The fuck is that? Playing for the team?
Yeah.
Man, it's training camp ain't start.
That's what they fined him for. I did see a little bit of the Joe Budden $1 million worth of game shit. Did you like it?
I watched it. Everybody know we love Gillian Wallow. Joe Budden. We a little wishy-washy on. He's good at times. He's annoying at others.
Was this before or after Gilly's son died?
After.
Okay, did they talk about it at all?
They did not.
I've only seen clips, so I couldn't tell if there was like a timestamp on it.
So I watch it. I'm a podcast listener. Like I've been listening since 2013. I'm pretty hyped to hear this shit. Tuning in. Okay, they joking, blah blah, cracking jokes. It's funny here and there, but I'm like, all right, can we start talking about something? And basically, the interview it was a garbage episode, man. It was garbage, and I was kind of salty because it had the potential to be a great episode. There were no good questions answered. It was so much more to talk about, but to me, I felt like knowing that it was after Gilly's son got murdered, Gilly kind of took over the interview, and I feel like he was. I feel like the pain, obviously, the pain's still there, and yeah, it just wasn't It wasn't the time to do this one. I'll say that. It wasn't the time to do this one. Gilly was going a little too crazy in this drink, and it was like overexertion, kind of cringy at times. Like, all right, Gil, like, when we talk about something, bro, like, we just gonna joke all day and be annoying and cut everybody off.
He was
Yeah,
doing his
it was rough. It was rough. Like, it would have been. I know everybody don't look at Joe as the best person to do serious topics with, but motherfucker entertaining, you know how to talk, whether he lying or not. He know how to talk. I feel like that would have been a good interview to talk about what happened, how you feel about all that shit. He's bringing up Joe Budden, being addicted to pills. Joe, and it's crazy because Joe like the type to. I feel like Joe could have walked out of this joint and been
justified.
justified, but even with Joe, I felt like he was sitting there taking the shit like, all right, I know what just happened. I ain't about to do this to them. Give them more ammo. Like, fuck it. And Joe was being a good sport about all the shit he was taking the punches and everything. But to me, it was the one of the biggest letdowns of a podcast episode that I've ever heard.
Yeah, they didn't have to rush back.
No.
From the clips I saw, it looked like there was some tension going on. I guess that's probably why I wasn't rushing to listen to the shit.
Yeah.
Because I don't really care to hear two guys have a dick swinging contest about who's got more money or who's doing better or who had a better rap career 20 years ago. Or
He was pissed about the window shit that Joe said.
I don't care about that.
I mean, nobody did. Nobody did. It's like y'all. We got two
where he was like,
talk.
When he was like, my bedroom is 700 square feet, and I was like, that's just a weird number to say.
But it was to justify that comment. And I don't even think it, like I said, I don't think it was really about the comment. I think it was just about, I need something to, I guess, seem back about. Like, nah, you ain't got to rush to be back, bro. Like, everybody understand what the fuck happened.
700 square feet of bedroom isn't anything like,
to
go crazy about.
No.
It's like, nice, man. You live in Middletown. Congrats.
Yeah.
That's what's up.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, he was saying shit like, yeah, my walk-in closet. I was just like, come on, bro. Come on. He said when I walk in my walk-in closet, I'm like, Gilly, you better than this, bro. You better. You a better talker than this, dog. It was just like one of them. And I got damn near all the way through it, but I definitely cut it off at one point. Like, I don't even want to hear this shit.
Well, I'm sure it's like he's trying to show us that he's back, and we don't. Nobody wants. Your son got killed 3 weeks ago. Nobody's like, you gotta relax, bro.
Yeah, nah. And I get it, scheduling and all that shit. Maybe this is the only time Joe could come, but it was definitely like he needed more time off, dog. Because that shit. Obviously, without the podcast, we know it would be fucking with him. But in the podcast, I felt like it showed that it was still fucking with him. And Wallow couldn't even do nothing about none of this shit because he was legit asking solid questions that we wanted answers to. Here, Gilly, man, fuck that shit. This nigga was talking about my window. And it was just like, oh my gosh, bro. But yeah, it had the potential to be something, but it flopped.
I'm gonna look it up now.
Yeah, look up the interview.
Yeah,
this shit should have did a meal in a day, man. I felt like the content in it didn't live up to what it should have been. It was kind of sad to see, honestly, because it was, what the fuck Gilly going through, and it's like, yeah, he ain't need to do that shit.
Yeah,
and maybe I'm talking out of turn saying that, but I definitely feel like more time could have been took to put an episode that, like I said, had the potential to be an amazing episode out. Because we've seen them do great episodes, whether it's Thug, Dolph, Von, Rock, whoever, KG. Like, we've seen fire episodes from them. That shit should have been fire. They should have been talking about everything from the start of the pod, which they did, but it wasn't in depth. But from the start of the podcast to the breakup to the new guys, yeah, that shit should have been flames, but it wasn't, man. It wasn't.
Yeah, it's pretty much everyone
blaming Gilly.
Yeah.
And it's crazy because you don't want to blame him because you know what he's going through.
Yeah.
Why would we want to blame him? We know exactly what you're going through, bro. But he kind of ruined that shit. It was fucked up to see. It was fucked up to see, man. It was kind of sad, actually. And they got to run that shit back, whether they go to his shit or he come back. But I ain't gonna lie, I'll take that shit down.
Yeah, this isn't good.
I'll take that shit down.
Yeah, that shit's not good.
What
else you got? You want to rap?
We could rap. I know you sick. Got bounce back.
Forget what else I was gonna ask.
It wasn't too much shit going on.
Oh yeah, random thoughts.
Random thought. Apparently, there's a petition to end all Irv Gotti interviews. Everybody hates his interviews. Another entertaining talker, but who believes? I don't know if too many people believe what he say, but if it was somebody you could give a petition to end their interviews, who would it be?
Wait, what was wrong with Irv Gotti's interview? What were people upset about?
The Dame Nas shit.
I believe the Dame shit. I agree with it. I agree with the Dame shit. Yeah.
He didn't do shit?
He was I mean, he
I
might have
don't
done
think
some
he's a
shit.
great marketer, and whether Dame talk bullshit now or not, I feel like now the part that did make sense is musically, maybe it was all Hove, but as far as a voice, I feel like companies like that need a voice. You don't agree? You feel like Jay would have just got to where Jay was with
I think
no
Irv,
help?
I don't know. Maybe he wouldn't have, but I feel like Irv had a good point.
Mm.
That shit's been 30 fucking 25 years. Where's the other success at?
Who for Dame?
Yeah. Where's the other success? Where's the other successful endeavors?
Uh,
Where's
he
the other people saying that he's good at his job or he's got good working relationships or he's put somebody on? Like where is it at? Wasn't he working with your guy Currency with it for a while?
was working with Currency, Wiz, Stally, Big Crit, all them in the blog era. But the thing was, that was a dope situation. But even in that, it was kind of a fucked up situation. I could talk about it right quick pertaining to Currency. So Currency had a situation with Dame. But the setup, Dame had an amazing idea. You have a free studio, artists come record, blah blah. So apparently, artists will come record, but Dame, I guess, was putting their music out without their permission. And then years later, Currency sues, gets his money from Dame, and whatever happens, happens. But mind you, but again, like he had a dope setup, dope idea, just wasn't executed well. But yeah, I mean, I just don't feel like you could say Dame had no part in Rockefeller. That's kind
I'm
of what
not saying he didn't have any part, and
he brought Dipset to Rockefeller.
That's not what Irv said really. And even with that if you listen to any of Cam's interviews, that was a lot more to Cam than it was Dame.
What you mean? Oh, doing the
Like
work?
Cam initiated that. It wasn't like Dame recruited him.
Uh-huh.
So I think to Irv's point, it's not like that he didn't play a part in it, but I think his role was exaggerated.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. You could say maybe his role is exaggerated. Don't say he ain't do nothing.
I'm
He
not
just
saying.
sat there while Jay did all the work. That's kind of crazy.
He said he was along for the ride.
I think Rockaware was Dame.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Rockaware was Dame. Maybe even the Reebok deal. I'm not sure who that was. Probably more Jay-Z than Dame.
I'll
But
say it's like if you're a point guard playing with LeBron, like you're gonna have a lot of open threes. Like Dame made his threes.
yeah. Yeah, but my thing is Jay-Z seen something that he needed him for.
At first, they probably just put their trap money together.
Even if it was just that. How can you be mad at that?
I'm not. I'm just saying that's not that's just
You got a part.
yeah.
You got a part.
But
You
he's not
goofy
like
bread
some
up.
musical mastermind because of
Oh
that.
no, I've never said
He's
musically
not like
Dame.
this fucking genius because of
Like
that.
like you said, I don't know any Dame track, but as far as getting a mouthpiece out there and marketing your company and somebody that's gonna listen, every time Dame talk, motherfuckers listen.
Damon Dash
Whether
reminds
it's bullshit or not, motherfuckers listen.
Damon Dash reminds me about 17 guys I know that will literally talk your fucking ear off and make you think they have the greatest idea in the world. And they'll have no idea on how to make that work. They'll have no track record on how that made that work.
But
They'll
you
have no idea to get to the
can't
next
say
step.
that. You can't
No
really say
idea.
that. Dame got a whole streaming service.
Is that still going? Is
Yeah,
that still going? Is it? Yeah.
yeah.
That's dope.
Surprisingly, yeah. Like I went, I ain't buy nothing and shit, but I checked it out. Like,
Yeah.
oh, this motherfucker really got movies. Oh, he really got TV shows. Like
What's it
that
called?
shit dead ass real. Like,
Is it still real?
huh?
Is it still real? What's it called?
Yeah, no bullshit. I think you just go to Dame Dash Studios. That shit, that motherfucker got everything: music, music videos, cooking shows, Bible shows, alien shows, movies. Like he ain't bullshitting. And apparently somebody else is subscribed and paying for that shit. So it ain't like he just out here talking. Just because he's not in our face.
I can't even find it, so he's not doing good.
bro. Maybe he's not paying the Google fees.
I'm saying Dame Dash Studios. The only thing that pops up is Facebook page, LinkedIn page, YouTube. There's no actual website for it.
There's definitely a website I can't find. And I forget, he just did a deal with somebody.
Oh, here we go. Dame-studios.com.
Yeah, that's what it is.
Oh, I got no out. Website expired.
Oh shit.
So back to what I was saying. So back to what the fuck I was saying. Where is his track record of good business?
Well, if his shit expired, I don't know what else to say. I was commenting.
Where is his track record of good business?
That's what it did. He sold it to Fox Soul. Go to Fox Soul. His shit on Fox Soul.
Okay.
And he got all these TV shows on there.
Nice.
That's fucked up. Motherfucker said the site expired. That's crazy.
It's crazy, bro. Like, I don't want to tell you.
Nah, you got the Stone name Dash.
I don't know what to tell you, man. But yeah, random thought. I saw the country music guy go viral. I think he was the only person to go #1 out of like 7 people in the last like 50 years. I listened to it, and I think most people listened to it, and they were like, "Oh, that's kind of cool. Got a nice voice. You stand in the woods. Oh, like cool little song." And I started like looking into it, and I was like, "Yeah, everybody are losers today. Why is everybody such fucking losers?" Like, because I'm looking at this shit through like 2 different Johns. Like one side, like Google his name now. Like one side is saying far right leaning song, kind of controversial for shame towards food stamp users. I'm like, shut the fuck up. And then I'm seeing like all these little Trump motherfuckers like, hell yeah, this is his truth, brother. And I'm like, yeah, like what? Why can't motherfuckers just make a fucking song? And like to me, I don't know if he did it on purpose or not. I thought he played it kind of in the middle and didn't like overly like identify what kind of politicians or what kind of thing. I thought he made the song so you could relate to it how you relate to it.
Right.
But it seems like these motherfuckers are both just jumping down the guns talking about what's what and what we got to be mad at something, or I don't know how you can listen to that song and like get either upset either way. Like I just don't get it.
I feel like this is the make or break part of an artist, and you come out and say how you feel. So if he comes out and says this shit ain't for nobody, or if he comes out and says this shit is for these people.
Well, his statement already came out on Facebook, and it was like, yo, the people are throwing me a lot of money, and they're throwing me big contracts. He was like, I'm not in a rush to sign a deal. I just made this song because I deal with mental illness, and I like to express it through music. It's like, that's simple, and that's all the fuck you need to say. I make this song because this is how the fuck I feel, and you guys can objectively listen to it however the fuck you feel. Like, and if a motherfucker wants to say people are abusing food stamps on fudge rounds, or that he thinks that there's kids on an island that are getting more help than kids in America, have a blast. I don't really give a fuck. If you sing it in a blues voice, I'm in.
Yeah. Motherfuckers rapping, it ain't gonna be this big of a deal though. I'll tell you that.
100%. Dog, you do it in the woods, you got a soulful joint on an acapella. People are suckers for good voices from people that don't like you don't expect to have a good voice.
Right.
The motherfucker don't have a good come on, dog. It's the same shit. Like if a person doesn't look like they can rap well and they rap, it'll go viral. It's just like people like the unexpected shit.
So you think he'll stick around, or it's a one-time thing?
I mean, I don't look the songs. I think I like the song. It's a fluke the popularity he's getting now because I think his voice is good, and I've listened to a few of his other songs and they're all good. But he's country blues. That's not a #1 top 100 genre. Like,
right.
I'm sure he can have a career though. I would assume he'll probably have a career forever off of that.
Makes sense.
All right. Views from a chair.
All right, man. Till next time.